Today we'll be looking at um, Illustrator with the web contents, and we'll see how some of the things in Illustrator we can use in creating or editing or making graphics for websites. So first is slices. What is slice? We have briefly used these slices in Illustrator, sorry, in Photoshop. I had shown you when I created those buttons, those rollover buttons. Okay, we also have this in Illustrator as well. So Illustrator web, Illustrator content for web. Okay, so web designers often use Illustrator to create graphics for web pages. Sometimes designers even create the basic layout of a web page in Illustrator and then output the entire design using Illustrator save for web command. To do this, however, you'll need to set options for images so that they output the same way you want. For example, you might want to split large images into sections to create hyperlinks, right? Um, I did this, I think, in when we were doing Photoshop, right? So pixel preview. So when you export a vector artwork for the web, Illustrator converts the artwork to raster images. Okay, by default, Illustrator rasterizes artwork at 72 pixel per inch PPI. Okay, which provides a smaller file size with reasonably clarity on screen. Okay, it is important when you are working with websites. Okay, you have your images at a low size so that your web pages open faster. You see how artwork will look at a raster image before you export it. Choose view, pixel view, pixel preview. In pixel preview, anti-aliasing might appear, which reduces the appearance of jagged pixels as shown in the exhibit 7.1. In some cases, anti-aliasing might appear where you don't want it, such as along a straight edge. Okay, so we'll do a practical on this. So now let's open the file that I have uploaded on Moodle, right? Open the file named web file, web page file. Open. So let's zoom in. So if you follow the steps that are there in the notes, okay. So first zoom in on the outline, the logo, and with the first three navigation buttons. So this is the three navigation buttons. And let's go on to view and select the pixel preview. Okay, so to preview the items as raster images, because the items are magnified, they may appear somewhat pixelated. So that is what you are seeing at the moment, right? So use the selection tool to click on one of the navigation buttons. So let's click on say this one. Okay, so they are grouped. If you click, all of them are grouped. Okay. And go to view, then hide. Okay, so let's go and click on hide bounding box. Okay. So you can see now they are individually selected, and choose view and select hide edges. Okay. If necessary, you can press Ctrl H to hide the edge of selected item. Zoom in on the buttons to 600%. Okay, so percentage is here. Let's press Ctrl plus 300, 400, 600. Okay, scroll to view the buttons if necessary. If you look close, you'll see a row of very light green pixels around here. Okay, around the bottom of each of the green button. You can shift the items so that they appear a little clearer in on the grid. Okay, so this one. So what actually this is happening is here you are just trying to refine your edges. Okay, so when your website is published, like you don't have those issues, like you don't have lagging colors coming out, okay, and everything is in between. So to nude the selected buttons down, the green button outlines now it will sharper. Okay, the minor adjustments can affect how items are rasterized. Okay. View the boarding box edges from the selected items again. Yes, if you feel like, okay, go to view, then show, go to view, and then right, your image will be sharper. Right? That is on the pixel preview. Right, next we'll be looking at slices, how you can create slices in Illustrator. Okay, this is a slice image is just here. Sorry, slice tool. Okay, you have a slice tool and slice selection. To create your slice, you'll first use slice tool. Okay. Also, it is good that you have a ruler. So press Ctrl and R to get your ruler so that you have a idea of where you are and your slices are proportioned, right? So the best thing is for you to do is first try to have your guidelines. You drag it from your ruler. Okay, from there you can have your guides that will help you in slicing those images. And then from there you can have it here and here. Now once you have that, just zoom in, click. Another one, click. There. Another one, click. There. Okay, so you have slides there. Once you have done that, you can also click on the slide selection. Okay, zoom in and adjust. If need be, say here, I need some adjustments, I can drag it in. Right? So basically that is how you do your slices. Right. The other things we can do with this slice is once you have you're happy with this, you can go to object, go to slice, like options. Here, if you see look closely, each slices are given a number, right? If I select this one, go to object, slice option. Okay, so now I have, since this is selected, so I've used a 4, slice 4. Here I can give a URL. Okay, you can embed URL. URL are the links that you want people to see. Okay, then you have the target. Okay, it's not active yet. So the target would be, it defines which frame or window the link file should open in. It should open a new frame or a new tab or a new window. Then message, okay, you can simplify the text that should appear in the lower browser status, right? And alt is basically specified descriptive text so that users who have non-visual browsers can understand the purpose or content of the image, right? And then you can fill in all these options and click OK. So for example, I put so now that information has embedded in the in this button or this slides. Next are hyperlinks. You can also create hyperlinks. So go to object, slice, options. Okay, so here, for example, I can also link. Okay, so for example, when you create pages, okay, you have this HTML documents that come up. Okay, so here maybe you have locations dot html. Okay, those are local files. You can link. So once you are you have this, you can go to, you can save it, go to file and save as, file, save for. Right, so once you have this, okay, in Adobe CC, latest versions, okay, you have to go to export and click on save for web, okay, and the older versions will have save for web and devices here, right? So you can go to save for web, right? So this will pop up here. You can do your adjustments, okay, but for me, I personally just leave it to the defaults that we have, okay. And once you have that, you can click save, and then here, okay, desktop, right? So I want more slices. Let's do a preview. Okay. So here it gives us a preview. At the moment, see, I had linked HTML location.html. So that is what is showing there. Okay. So for example, I select this one, go to edit and select my copy here. Google, go export, and if I do a preview, select this, Google will open here. That is the hyperlink that you have created there. Once you are happy with your slides, you can save it on your desktop, and you can use this in your project, in your development, web development softwares. The other thing you might have noticed is when you go here and do a preview, here it also gives you the HTML codes, okay, of this particular site. So you can also copy this and put it in Dreamweaver or the other software that you're using for creating websites. Right, so that was the class for today, and tomorrow we will look at inserting graphs and playing with graphs in Illustrator. So please do practice it, and if there's any questions, you can